What would you do if the law you trusted turned a gun on your own blood? My name is Marcus Reed, a single dad who thought he knew his daughter, Lena, inside out. She was 24, a grad student with a sharp mind and a quiet smile, always buried in books or sketching in her journal. But that night in Chicago's South Side, everything I thought I knew about her shattered. It was past midnight, June 2025. I'd gotten a frantic call from Lena, her voice trembling but clipped. "Dad, I'm at 47th and Halstead. Come quick. Don't call the cops." I didn't ask questions. I grabbed my keys, heart pounding, and sped through the city's neon blur. When I arrived, the alley was a nightmare. Blue and red lights flashed, casting jagged shadows. 2 squad cars blocked the street, and an officer badge glinting, gun raised, stood 10 feet from Lena. Her back was against a brick wall, hands up, eyes locked on the barrel. "Step forward now," the cop barked. His partner stood by the car, radio crackling. I froze, my breath caught in my throat. Lena's face wasn't panic, she looked focused, like she was calculating something I couldn't see. I wanted to scream, to run to her, but my legs wouldn't move. Why was this happening? My daughter, my bookish girl, caught in a standoff like some criminal? Then, a twist I never saw coming. A man stepped from the shadows, mid-30s, wiry, with a scarred cheek and a leather jacket. He wasn't a cop, but he moved with purpose, hands raised to show he was unarmed. "Officer, you're making a mistake," he said, voice calm but edged with steel. "She's not who you think." The cop's gun wavered, splitting his attention. "Back off," he shouted, but the man didn't flinch. He glanced at Lena, a flicker of recognition passing between them. Who was he? Her friend? Her enemy? My gut churned with questions. Lena's voice cut through the tension, steady as a blade. "Officer, lower your weapon. I'm reaching for my ID." Her hand moved slowly to her jacket pocket, every second stretching into eternity. The cop's finger twitched on the trigger. I wanted to yell, to stop her, but my voice was gone. She pulled out a slim black wallet and flipped it open. A badge gleamed under the streetlight. CIA. The alley went silent, save for the distant wail of a siren. The cop's face drained of color. "What the?" he stammered, lowering his gun. His partner rushed forward, grabbing his arm. "Stand down, Mike," she hissed. Lena didn't move, her badge still raised, her gaze unyielding. The scarred man gave a faint nod, like he'd expected this all along. Minutes later, the scene flipped. Federal agents swarmed in suits, earpieces, all business. The cop, Mike, was cuffed on the spot, his own partner reading him his rights. "You drew on a federal agent, you idiot," she muttered. Mike's protests faded as they shoved him into a car. Lena finally lowered her badge, her shoulders sagging. She caught my eye, and for the first time that night, I saw my daughter again, not the agent, but the girl who used to draw me lopsided birthday cards. The scarred man, who introduced himself as Agent Torres, filled in the gaps later. Lena had been undercover for months, tracking a trafficking ring tied to corrupt local cops. Mike was one of them, tipped off about her identity and desperate to silence her. Torres was her handler, watching from the shadows to protect her. That night was supposed to be a sting, but Mike's panic blew it wide open. Lena's badge saved her life and exposed a truth I wasn't ready for. At home, Lena sat across from me, her hands wrapped around a mug of tea. "Dad, I couldn't tell you," she said, her voice breaking. "I wanted to protect you." I didn't know whether to be angry or proud. My daughter, a hero, had carried a secret heavier than I could imagine. I reached for her hand, feeling the weight of her courage, her sacrifice. Lena's CIA badge wasn't just a shield, it was a symbol of trust, of standing for something bigger, even when it cost you everything. I learned that night that heroes don't always wear capes. Sometimes, they're the quiet kid with a sketchbook, hiding a fire you never saw coming. Yindi.